Here are top effective techniques pro players use to keep the ball under pressure, and they are game changer when you implement them. When the opponent is pressing, he tries all the possible ways to stop you from getting forward, and our main goal when beating the pressure is to pass forward right. Here is what you need to beat pressure. 1 is to beat resistance, 2 is creating options, and lastly, ruining the opponent's timing. But the technique to achieve these. Here Stingray is against the opponent's press. Just know these pro players are so creative and quick when dealing with the opponent's pressure, they don't panic like taking unnecessary risks.
It's not your shout at home as well. It could be an icon, it can be a hero, it can be a cheap winner wild card, or maybe more of an expensive one. We'll pick out some of our favourites and feature them on the stream tonight.
So as you see this pass, your opponent is also seeing it. Always keep your eyes on the opponent's defender, watch out his movements. What Stingray is doing here is beating resistance, and here the resistance is this forward pass being blocked, and the best way to beat resistance like that is to pass sideways. Here there's no any passing option available. Therefore, safe dribbling to protect the ball has to be the key here. And again, side passing to beat the resistance. Pressure is still mounting, so safe dribbling has to be on point. Side passing to beat resistance, and boom, now this forward pass is available. So what Stingray is doing here is to beat resistance. And what is the resistance, this pressing defender, and how to beat pressure that way, dribbling sideways. Now the opponent is watching out this pass, still resistance to get forward. And another way to beat resistance, passing sideways. So he passes to his midfielder. And the opponent is still applying resistance to this forward pass. When there's no side pass, we dribble sideways to beat resistance, as Stingray is doing here, which made this pass available, and he takes it to break the pressure line. Another one, here Mark 11 is against pressure from Jafonso. Again, let's first watch it on the normal speed, after we break it down to see what is going on here.
You take it. You need that. You need that, Alfonso. You basically just kept yourself with an extra point potentially, and you're going to not give...
So as you're seeing, side passes are the top and basic way to deal with the opponent's press. When you can't find that forward pass, always look for a side pass, as Mark 11 is doing here. He's trying to move the opponent's players to open up spaces and possibilities of opening any forward pass, and that's moving the ball side to side. Also, dribbling to the side when there's space is also part of beating resistance, like pressure. Remember to always keep your eyes on the opponent's defender, moving the ball side to side by dribbling and passing. That forward pass will eventually open up. So here is what Mark 11 was doing, and beats the opponent's pressure just like that. So, always keep on moving the ball, passing to the side, or dribbling to the side to beat the opponent's resistance and maintain possession. That forward pass anytime will appear, and just patient and not taking unnecessary risks. So let's talk about creating options. Options 1, we have space. We get that by switching sides. Here Stingray switches sides. Why? Because the opponent has more defenders on this side. Here is more likely to face constant pressure from every angle. So switching sides during these moments, you escape that pressured side. So now going to the opposite side, you see there's space to utilize. And here he managed to beat the pressure line and go on to continue with the build-up. Here Mark 11 is taking this free kick, and as you see, the opponent is activating the offside trap to push defenders forward and press. As usual, moving the ball from side to side, dribbling sideways to beat resistance, and also dribbling safe to protect the ball. Passing back to your center back is good, like in this situation when you have no side space and pass. Mark 11 calls his winger short for a short pass, and that's the second way to create option is to create movement, like triggering your off-ball players, calling them short or sending them forward. But always keep your eyes on the opponent's selected defender to see what the opponent is defending. So here on this side there's many opponent's defenders. Switching side is the best way to escape this pressure. Switching sides is not only by aerial passing, but also ground passing. Now see the space on this side. Now there's some relief. There's no constant pressure. Remember, creating movement is also one of the ways to create options. And here Mark 11 is using the player lock, and so he gets the ball to his winger to beat the pressure line. Lastly, is to ruin the opponent's timing. Here you just need to be somehow unpredictable. You can use some one-touch passing. It can also kill the opponent's timing, but the main ones are here. Stingray is trying to beat the opponent's pressure, as usual side passes trying to move the opponent's players, and also switching side as you're seeing. But the break of game direction concept, this comes from switching sides using ground passes. Breaking game direction. You don't fully complete the cycle, you break and go back to the opposite direction. This kills the opponent's timing and anticipation, and also opens up ways to move forward. Like here, Stingray breaks game direction twice and opens up this forward open pass to his striker and beats the pressure line. Also, this example, which I explained at the beginning, Stingray taking side passes and dribbles to beat the opponent's resistance. Here, as he dribbles safely trying to find this pass, the opponent's reaction is on point, and he can immediately press this ball receiver. That's why Stingray performs these fake dribbles, as another way of killing the opponent's timing. And when he takes that pass, the opponent wasn't ready enough to apply pressure. Then he goes on and breaks the game direction, passing back to his fullback, and this opens up this forward pass at the moment. Here I explained already side dribbling to beat the opponent's resistance. Also taking this side pass, still beating the resistance, and also switching sides as the way to escape pressure. Calling this player short to create option, and he beats the pressure line. So that's it, guys, for today. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure you tell me in the comment section, like the video and subscribe. See you in the next one.